All right, so this is my 530 CK Construction King case backhoe. Doing a rebuild on it. I got it and used it for about 6 months. Started having some idling issues. It would run away. Found a small leak, which I thought was an injector in, I think this is number 4 cylinder. Had a really difficult time finding parts. So I ended up taking all this out. I cleaned the injectors and rebuilt them. Unfortunately, I couldn't find tips or nozzles or anything, so I just had to clean. Basically disassembled them all. I don't have any videos of that, but it was fairly straightforward. Just followed some other YouTube videos out there. Put everything back in. I think, when I looked at the prices, you were looking at $300-400 for the injectors for this used. So I said, well, I'll just rebuild it, see if I can get it going. I didn't pay too much for the backhoe, so got it all back together. Reprimed it. Actually, it was very easy to reprime. Just had to kind of follow the fuel system from the tank in through, bleed everything through. Fired right up the first time. The leaking was worse. So I took the injector out, felt that maybe I over-tightened. Was worried I cracked the block. I took everything back off, retightened it, didn't tighten as much. It leaked just as bad. So now I'm in the process of tearing this all down. I figured since I'm tearing it down, I had to take the bucket off and everything, I might as well put a coat of paint on everything, get it looking good. If I can't fix it, maybe I can sell it as is, and somebody might have a block or something they can rebuild. I did find a block for about $800, just the top end, so this part here. I'm hoping that when I get into this, it is either a bad seal, or gasket, I'm sorry, or there's a sleeve in there. I'm hoping that I can fix. I have a buddy of mine that's pretty good with diesels, so I'm hoping he can kind of help me out a little bit. So I'm just in the disassembly portion right now. Had the bucket off, took that off today. Taking most of the cylinders off, taking most of the hoses off. I'll replace those one by one. And I'm going to have all the gaskets and stuff to rebuild the cylinders. I have cylinders on my bench, a couple leaning up here. I'm going to rebuild all those. So that we're not leaking as much, because it was leaking a lot of hydraulic oil. So I'll do little videos here and there, see how things go. Again, these are really great tractors, but unfortunately the parts are getting more and more difficult to find, and they're more and more expensive for something that's used. So just have to be creative, and I'm hoping that I can get this running again by springtime, because I do have some projects that I would like to do with it. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting when I get it in. I got to do some heavy fabrication on the bucket itself, and also on the backhoe bucket. They need completely rebuilt. I do have a facility to get some steel from scrap that I can use. So it's going to be interesting to see what I end up with. So I'll try to document this as much as I can, so other people that have these that decide to rebuild, maybe they can follow some of these tutorials and some tricks and tricks, and make their process a little easier. Okay, thanks.